Like, I feel like these girls, they want Duke Dennis. They don't want me. It's not fair.
Oh, shut the hell up.
What's up, cons? Today we are back for the Invincible, episode 4. To recap the previous episode, Mark is going through it. After realizing Oliver might be psychotic, just a hunch, Alan is trying to convince Omni Man to join the coalition, and this bitch-ass cunt, Angstrom Levy, is spying on the Graysons.
Boy, if you don't...
In episode 4, we start off with Robot investigating the Pokemon ball that exploded. He says the ball is very sophisticated and whoever owns it has significant resources. Mark thinks for a moment, then breaks into the fucking Pentagon. Yeah, do I blame him for thinking it's Cecil? No, but invading the Pentagon based off a hunch is brain dead. Mans is acting like a terrorist now, and cunts will still be blowing bubbles on his tip, saying, actually, Cecil should blindly trust him, bend over, and suck him off whenever he pleases. Cecil walks into Baby Mark, making a mess and throwing a tantrum about a ball. Cecil says the ball is in ours, but Baby Mark doesn't believe him, so he fucks off back to Adam Eve for milky time. Jokes aside, we see Mark on a second date with Eve. Shit lasts for a good 30 seconds until the cunts that saw the Declaration of Independence show up from a portal. They say that they're from the future, millions of lives are at stake, and they need help overthrowing the king. No, not our Sugar Honey the Goat King. Apparently, the king they're talking about has gone insane and is pretty much the painter from Germany, but on steroids. Mark agrees to help them, so they start off by getting captured to see the king directly. This king, who's supposedly insanely strong, hard to kill, and even got Mark thinking he could be a viltrumite, turns out to be no other than this bum-ass cunt that can't get a W to save his life. Immortal thinks he's the Mark from his dimension, saying it's been so many years since he lived with your family. Mark says, why the fuck are you killing people? And the Immortal says, you are the Emperor. You should have known being the King of Earth was too much for a man packed up by the Molotons. Yeah, this dude has pretty much gone insane because of living for so long and is too pussy to, so he wanted someone worthy to start his demise. Invincible is too bitch-made to kill him, causing the Immortal to start throwing hands. Immortal during the fight is being all philosophical, saying what kind of man will let others die because he won't act. Mate, you're that kind of man who's not acting on shit. If you want a pussy and showed some follow through, maybe those Sin Cities you nuked would still be alive. Invincible has had enough of this shit and whips Immortal's head like a jar. Mark starts being all depressed because he still thinks killing is bad, and he's also upset that he was the reason Immortal went insane and caused all this bullshit. He vents about it to Eve, and Eve is being a great girlfriend, saying whatever that version of you was, isn't actually you. To cheer Mark up, they start doing regular couple shit, like being on top of a pyramid, flying over the Eiffel Tower, seeing the
Aurora Borealis.
They head off home, and our mans is about to give her that fucking Invincible. We move on to Alan, looking buff as fucking prison. Omni Man is still adamant that he wants to be executed, but Alan doesn't give up on him. The executioners arrive, looking like Omni Man meat riders, and they start putting that work on Omni Man. Alan escapes and starts a prison break. He sees a special door and opens that bitch. Turns out, the cunt inside that door is no other than Battle Beast. Alan tells him, hey yo, you wanna fight some viltrumites? And this freaky cunt gets turned on just by the thought of fighting a viltrumite, so he says, okay. Alan and Battle Beast start going on that two-man, murking through everyone with absolute ease. Alan reaches the end of the hallway, thinking it was the execution room, but his dumbass got it wrong. Battle Beast is now pissed at Alan because he promised he could get his freak off on some viltrumites. But since there's none, he looks at Alan to be the next victim. Out of nowhere, I am so confused about this, but they just fall right into the execution room. Omni Man is looking fucked up, but Battle Beast starts freaking out with his horny ass and gets right into it. Alan tries freeing Omni Man until one of the executioners starts hitting them combos on Alan. Omni Man just watches, and Alan hits Omni Man with that D1 level guilt tripping, saying I guess I'll die first. This causes Omni Man to snap and put in that fucking work on these imposters. During the fight, Alan intentionally blew a hole into the ship, causing the fight to go out in space. Alan and Omni-Man continue to give the other viltrumite combo after combo until they finish it off with this nasty two-piece. Now that the fight is over, Alan admits that he allowed himself to get pieced up in order to win Omni-Man over, and he says that he didn't want to see him die. Omni-Man is touched by Alan's actions, and the episode ends off with him saying that there's less than 50 pure-blooded viltrumites in existence, which is also the reason as to why they can defeat them. The end. This episode was absolutely phenomenal. Besides Invincible turning to the equivalent of Al-Qaeda at the very start, the whole arc of Future Immortal was such a necessary moment to challenge Invincible's naive mind. I loved how it still made us sympathize with Invincible, as he's still uncomfortable with killing, despite him knowing it was for the greater good. The whole prison breakout with Battle Beast being a freaky cunt was amazing. I can't hate on that. And finally, Mark tapped that. 10 out of 10. Icons, that's it for this one. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you cunts in the next one. Bye bye.